Hi, my name is Alysson Henrique, and I will be doing a presentation about applied reflective visual creativity and education. For this module, I was asked to create an object, a creative object. And my idea was to create something that would challenge me and could give me a reflection about when a child receives a new task, that's something that's new for them. So I choose something that I always want to do it, but I was always very afraid to try. I will be doing, I did it, 3D paper craft. This consists in a collection of prints that you have to cut, modulate it, and connect it to create an object. In this case, is a deer head that will be have a format of a 3D printed deer head. I started this project first cutting out a piece of papers. Was a lot of papers. I had some challenge because I had to do a bigger print and my printer just way four, so I had to be in contact with my local printer that are doing the only collection. So I had to send and collect these papers because of the coronavirus. And other problems was that was my first time doing, so I had to learn how to use the knife, how to cut, how to connect. That's the first part connected. That's the first right antler, as you can see there in the image. I left in the top right here. You can see the how they connected to create the top part. That was a very tricky part to do, I have to say. That's why I have this picture there. That's the first part. That was after a week doing the task. So I had loads of learning from the position of a child, because I think sometimes we, as an early educator, we can give a task to a child expecting that they will know how to do because we know. So I like this task a lot because it gave me the chance to look at the material for a totally new point of view. I want to give up and change my task so many times in the first week. But people around me in my household told me, no, it's start to look amazing, don't give up and keep doing because we worked in the end. So I really wanted to give up because it was very hard. And I remember child when we give a simple task in a preschool setting and the child said, oh, I can't do it. And we just gave something else to them to do it. And I had the same feeling as well. So I thought that was an amazing connection between how a child could relate it to something totally new. That's the final object. Not really final, because after I finished this, and I thought it was like kind of look amazing, and I really want to put in a wall, but then I come to problems because inside is empty. Second picture there, so you can see on the side. That gave me a sense of accomplishment that is very hard to explain. It was amazing. The feeling I had when I finished this task was amazing. And I even keep asking myself why I felt, what's my personal reasons that I felt so many times that I wasn't able to do it, that I wasn't gonna finish, that the task was too hard. Why I just do something easier? Why I just do something would be less challenging? And now, after see the final result, I was amazed. But then I went to hang in a wall. Then I came across a problem. Inside is empty. So the head was kind of going down all the time. So I went online, did some research, and I found out that it was possible to put foam inside. So I had to go to the hardware store and buy some foam. I was again lucky that hardware stores have permission to be open because of the restrictions. And I thought had to stop or do another time, but I really want to hang in the wall, so I had to put this. Then I also said, well, if I'm gonna put in the wall, I can make like a nice mount. I can add this to something. So I did something I really love. It's do some woodwork. So I got some wood that we had left from something we did in the house a year ago. This wood we're probably gonna go to the bin. So I sand it and cut it. I tried to make connected perfect in the middle, but I had some gaps because I never had to do a diagonal cut before. So it was my first time doing this. But at the same time, I came in with a very quick solution because I was using reusable material. I said, look, I can put these imperfections in the middle, and then when I put the head in the top, you'll not be able to see it. So I came to the layout you have in the right. When I put this against the wall, it was very heavy, and I came to the conclusion it was going to better try to cut it smaller. So that's when the final works, as you can see on the left and the right. It looked very well against the wood. I had to sand the wood, I had to cut the wood, I had to screw against something. I learned so much about myself and what I'm able to do doing this, and it gave me a huge sense of accomplishment. But then people start give opinions and say, oh, why you don't paint, or why you don't put another color? So I said I maybe could do it, and actually would look nice. And I spray painted it yellow. I just got this in a hardware store as well, so it was something that I was able to do. So now you can see what I got as a final creative object. And after all this, because first I had thought I was just gonna finish on white and that's it, that's my object. But I really had that sense that I could do better, I could improve, I could add something. So here is my final work. And then we even put in our living room. Is now on top of our fireplace. And I can't describe how happy I am that every time I look there, I see this piece of art that I did myself, the sense of accomplishment I can't describe. I feel so proud of myself that I did this. I even named the yellow power by me. And I love it. I really love it. I'm amazed by it. People, when come to my house, my partner's parents came to the house and they're like, oh my God, that's just unbelievable. And it's like, I want to do another one. Something I never did before because I thought I was not gonna able to do it. Now I want to do again. I want to do another one. I even already have a new project. I know what I'm gonna be doing next. So that's my final object, the yellow power. Now a little bit about the reflection. The reflection in action. As I said a little bit through the presentation, at the beginning, when I was just gluing and cutting, I felt a very big resistance about do that task. I thought it would be impossible for me. Why I was getting something too hard. And I honestly can connect this when we give something too new to the child and they say they can't or they want to move from that, and we don't give enough chance or support to the child to just try their own way. Doesn't have to be our way, doesn't have to be adult led. Let the child do whatever they want. And I got support from my family, I got support from my partner to finish, and if without this support I would not be able to finish my task. So that's something I noticed when I was doing the action. About the reflection on action, after accomplishing the 3D paper craft, I felt a sense of accomplishment, and that is honestly impossible to explain. I felt extremely motivated to do another one. And I was comparing my first feeling, oh my God, I can't do it. For now, I'm feeling like I can, and I want to do another one. To the same feeling when a child accomplishes something and do something simple, and they feel so proud that they go around the classroom showing. And I never had experienced that before. I saw it happening before when a child go around, look what I did, teacher, look what I did, teacher, or go and show to their friends. But this time I experienced that feeling. I start to send pictures for all my friends about what I just had done. I start to share what I did it. And these make me feel extremely powerful. And then I could relate these activities for how a child learn and how it's complicated for a child to do something new, but if they have the right support and the right things, they're able to do. Looking back now a little bit, and my engagement, and how this can help a child. I did my research in Asher curriculum, and the NCC, and I found a lot of references to how important creativity activities are for the kids to develop thoughts and feelings, to express themselves, to experience themselves as a whole, to use hand experiences, to do eye and hand coordination, to learn social skills, to learn to share, to learn to express themselves through objects. And again, the last mention there is how much Astor support that children do hands-on and have hands-on opportunities, and how this can be beneficial to a child. It's still in the analysis of looking back. I could talk here forever how this experience was amazing for me, especially about the point of view that I choose something that I've been avoiding to do, to be honest, for the last 2 years. I admire people that did it. I always thought it was nice, something to do. I never had the courage to do it. But because when the opportunity was presented to me, I saw as opportunity to leave my comfort zone and try something new. And I really, really enjoy it. I said earlier how I can compare this, for example, when a child is so proud of something they did it. And I even remember when my nephew showed me in the fridge something he did it, and he hanged it in the fridge. I had the same feeling when we hanged my piece of art. There was a college work, like was meant to be a college task, and now it's hanging in my living room. So I think it's extremely important that practitioners give opportunity for the children to try something, to let be child led. That adult has less input when giving the child an opportunity to express themselves through art. One thing I saw during my placements and my last 2 placements in the last year, there is a lot of painting work and drawing work presented by early years educators that is totally adult led. I believe that when I start work, I would bring the materials, bring the craft, bring as much as I can to a table, and just let they do whatever they want if that object. That's something that this project brought to me. That's my what what I gain from this project. It is opportunity to see from the child perspective that we learn more when we are able to express ourselves without roles. We are not giving roles what we're supposed to do for this presentation. We are not told you have to do exactly this. We are let to open to express yourself creatively. And I'm amazed how much I did it. And I'll be so happy if I'm able to give a child the same opportunity to give materials and let them express themselves. And if they ask what I have to do, I would say do whatever you want. And create this opportunity for them to express themselves and to be proud about the work they do. I would like to say thank you so much, Kate, for the opportunity that you gave us to see things from the children's perspective. And I will never forget this class now, because now I have a memento, something special from that class hanging in my wall. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. I really, really enjoyed this class and task. All the tasks, to be honest, that were given through this module. And I'm very thankful for this opportunity. Thank you so, so much.